Good morning, everyone out there. I am Corinne Braxton, and I am coming to you live from Bozeman, Montana. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here, and I live here in Bozeman. And Montana is just gorgeous this time of year. It is May 27th. And then we spend part of the year in Florida too. So right now it's just gorgeous. We have snow in the mountains and green grass, and in a few, probably 2 or 3 weeks, there won't be any more snow in the mountains. And it all changes and gets dry. But it's beautiful right now. I'm gonna check and see if I can find myself. There we go. 2 or 3 weeks, there won't be any more snow in the mountains. And it all changes. Oops, and gets sorry, dry. Can't get that. There we go. I couldn't get it on mute for a second there. Okay, let us know where you're coming from, what state you're in, and it's always fun to see that, who's following along. We have such different time ranges here. I have 2 fun cards today. Good morning, Roz, good to see you. And I'm really excited about the 2 projects that I'm doing today. Both are bookbinding cards. It's a fun technique. It's very simple. It's an easy fun fold. It's a go-to that I've had memorized for years. So it's just sort of a fun one. I thought I would show you some new products with that easy technique. So we're going to be working on the annual catalog today. This is live. And just a reminder about the online exclusives too, because we have these fabulous online exclusives. Don't forget to look at those. Even if you don't order online, maybe you like to call me or text me or email, take a look at the online classes or the online products, because there are so many. You can go on my website or Stampin' Up website, either way. You can just look, search under the menu for online exclusives. It's a great program to keep things trendy and things that, it takes a long time to make a catalog, about 2 years, and things change. And so this way with the online exclusives, they're not always available for a long time. The ones that sell well continue to sell, and the ones that don't, they pull them. So I love the program. Okay, and let's see, what else do we have? This is the last month of the last week of May, so our Stampin' Up Join Special. Where do I have that here? Oh, I've got it someplace where I had it really handy. Now I can't find it. Anyway, the Join Special, the starter kit is a great deal. For $99, you get $165 worth of products, free shipping, paper pumpkin, and business catalogs and things like that. Anyway, I'd love to have you on my Simply Creative Girls team. Okay, let's turn the camera down. I'm going to show you what I've been working on here. Let's see, turn the camera down. Close your eyes for a minute. Okay. I hope you all had a nice weekend, a nice long weekend. Hi, Kathy, good morning. Oh, you're in Fort Collins, that's right. I hope your testing and everything is going well and you're seeing your mom. Good to see you here, though. But I had a very relaxing weekend. I did a lot of crafting. I got a lot done, a lot prepped and for my classes in the next 2 weeks, which is fun for me to get ahead because I don't always get to do that. Anyway, and then we had a barbecue with our kids and our grandkids last night, so Terry did a brisket. Anyway, I have been playing with Kintsugi. I made all these cards this weekend. 2 of these are for a swap. And oh my goodness, I sort of overdid myself signing up for my swaps with some of my leader friends. And I had some help, but I did an awful lot of die cutting myself, and oh my word. But they're beautiful cards, and I love this technique. One of the cards we do today is going to be this Kintsugi, and I will tell you about that in just a moment. But anyway, these are just for me to show you to get the camera aligned. But they're very, very fun. This paper is gorgeous. So these are some cards that you will see again. And right now we're going to start with this card. This is a card I received from, who did I receive this from? Oh, I think Angie Judah, maybe? I'm not sure, in Arkansas. I received this on my trip to Orlando, and it's just a beautiful card. It's using that gallery paper that we have, and we've used that before. We've made this card. I made some other ones with the beautiful scenes, but it's just a great set of paper. And I made this card. This is going to be for a class. This Thursday I have a Gallery Blooms class. This class, it is full, the beautiful motifs, but I'm still taking classes to go. So the Gallery Blooms and Beautiful Motifs, that is this Thursday. So if you wanted to go, I can still take that. Anyway, this is one of the cards I made for that, and that's some of that beautiful paper. But anyway, this gave me an idea. I think it was it Angie Leach or Angie Judah made this card. I've lost the name. But anyway, I thought it was beautiful. She die cut it with the stitching of the textured notes rectangle. Anyway, so what I have made, what we're going to make today, is this card. It's going to be a bookbinding card. I love bookbinding cards like that. Good morning, Pam. Good to see you. Thank you very much. So this is what we're going to make today. This is the embossing folder. And we are going to be using the sentiments from Beautiful Motifs. That's part of the suite. It's a big, big, big suite. This is a suite that I would encourage you. It's got some great words, beautiful papers. I didn't pull out all the papers, but you've seen them, I think, many times. I've shown them several times too. Okay, so we've done bookbinding cards. I haven't probably done them for at least a year and a half, but it's one of my favorite go-tos. They're called bookbinding fun folds because they look like a book. There's the spine of the book. Okay, so they're easy to make. This is a brand new embossing folder. It's not a 3D. It's just a regular one. So you use the 2 clear plates. You don't use the gray one. But I did my embossing on the spine. So you'll see that in a second. Okay, let's get our pieces together. We're going to start with a long. This is a 4 1/4 by 11 card. And I scored it. Can you all hear me okay too? I scored it at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. So like so we score it at, here's the 5 1/2. I'm going to just move this up. So there's the 5 1/2, and then I'm going to move this. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. There's my 4 1/4, and I'm going to emboss, and not emboss. I'm going to score right there. So now I have 2 score marks, and all of my measurements will be at the end after I finish the video. They're already typed up, so they will be posted. This takes me about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to put some Seal Plus on that spine because you want a very, very strong adhesive. And I love that adhesive for keeping things down like that. Okay, and then we're going to take this is my inside, 3 3/4 by 3. Everything is square. I love this type of a measurement because everything is squared. There's a 1 1/4 inch right here. So everything else in the center is in increments like 4. We're going to use 4 on the outside. This is going to be now for the inside. This is the inside of my card. We're going to just put that in there to get rid of it so I don't lose it. Okay, and then we have, so that's the basic part of our card. And then we have the middle part. The outside is 4 by 4. And Then I cut this designer paper to 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now, if you don't like doing things in eighths, then do it 3 3/4. That works perfectly fine too. But this scene is so pretty, I thought. Just loved what that Angie did on the other card. I just thought, what a great card. To me, it looks like an old-fashioned winter scene. Actually, to me, it looks like the Capitol building right there. It looks like someplace like in Madison, Wisconsin. It could be in Helena, Montana, where the Capitol is, but that's what it reminded me of. Now, this is a very, very tiny mat. So maybe I should use green glue because I don't do so well with eighths. But I don't know. I just wanted to have a skinny border. That's what I was thinking. But if you are someone who doesn't like to do skinny borders like that, then definitely cut it 3 3/4. Now I'm going to place this. This is just a little easier with the green glue. There we go. Good. And now I can put this whole thing on the front with my regular tape. You can see all my other things over there. Let's see, Lance. You know, I have made this type of a bookbinding card for years. I bet 15, 20 years. I used to do it so there was only a 1-inch spine. And that's complicated. It's not real complicated, but I'll tell you what, many, many years ago, I watched Karen Titus, and she did it with that 1 1/4 inch. So this spine is 1 from that fold line to here is 1 1/4. Then everything else can be even. So I like this type of a measurement, so I've done this now for years. I'm going to take a white piece, and it's going to be white, 1 inch by 4 1/4, and that's going to go on here like that. And then I have a piece of 3/4 of an inch, so just a little narrower by 4 1/4. And this, you can see, I have embossed it with that damask new folder that we have. Actually, I think what I'll do is put it on like this right now, and I'm just gonna put some adhesive right down the middle and put it on like this. What did you all do over the weekend? Did anyone have a barbecue or go to a barbecue? Okay, there we have that. And now I'm going to put this on the card. It was such a beautiful weekend here. We went out to dinner one night and went out to breakfast yesterday morning. Watched the Memorial Day National Concert on TV. I always love watching that. I record it. I love the music. I love the stories. I love seeing them honor the men and women who've been in the service. Let's see, once I'm going to just trim that. There's a little sliver I want to trim off. And I'm going to put some black, and this is the black and vanilla ribbon. I'm going to put it right around. This card is so quick and easy. This is one of the cards we're doing this Thursday in my class. So I'm going to just tie this black. I just thought this was, this black was pretty with, I don't know, it's sort of a gray, black, brown. Let me see what's here. Get this tied and get it nice and tight. It's always hard to do that, getting it tight enough. I'll try to hold it. There we go. Good. And I'm going to cut it with my little ribbon scissors. There we go. A little bit left over. I just cut it a little bit longer for the video mostly, but there we go. And that is it. Now, let me just, we have to do couple more. We have to stamp, and we're going to stamp our little sentiment on our card. And I have some of these little banners from my stash, and I can see what the video, this is, you know, I do love my clear glass mat, but I don't like the way it shows the reflection of all my cameras. So let's see if that's going to be better. Okay, now let's bring this a little closer to me because otherwise it will be a mess. Okay, let's see what on this card I did thinking of you, and I think on this one we're going to do just a note. Just a note. And it's gonna be a thank you note. So I'm going to stamp it. I'm gonna stamp in espresso, and I'm gonna just stamp it toward the end. I'm gonna actually turn it over because it's a little bit crooked. There, that's better. Every piece of paper has two sides, which is awfully nice, isn't it? Okay, and we're gonna do a thank you on the inside. So we're gonna just put a thank you for everything. It's all part of the beautiful motifs. Clean it on my chamois. And that is all the stamping we have to do on this card. So I love these sentiments. This is beautiful motifs, wishing you happy, love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. It could be for a wedding, engagement, special time. Just, you've been on my mind. That's a good one. I'm here for you, always celebrate. It's just a great set, and these dies. Oh, I made a really neat card using these dies, but I don't know where. I think I put it someplace. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, so now we're gonna take this, and I'm just going to cut this off with my snips. I'm just gonna cut it straight, hopefully. Let's see if that's nice and straight, and we'll put it on just like that. And just leave that for a second. And this open space just calls for a sentiment. Now you could actually stamp right on that paper because it is so neutral, but that white contrast gives it a little bit of just a little pop, I think. And I'm going to use these pressed flower motifs. These are, this is all part of the Gallery Bloom Suite. They're gorgeous. They're like little tiny pressed flowers in there. And I think they were taken from, they were sort of copied or something from the National Gallery of Art, maybe, did I hear that, or something like that. But they're very sort of a historic looking thing. I'm gonna put a big one right here and another big one right over there to make sort of a triangle like that. That sort of draws your eye. And there we have our card all finished. And remember, my inspiration, this is the other one that I made, the Thinking of You, and my inspiration came from, where is the card that it came from? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. This is what was this one inspired me. So there's the whole scene, and this one is a little bit more of a partial scene. Okay, and love that paper. Gallery Blooms is what it's called. I'll show it to you in the catalog. That might be a good idea. Let's see what's here. Here it is. It is a, I'm gonna move the camera up a little bit. There we go. It's a big suite. It's called Beautiful Gallery, and it starts on page 52, and it goes, it's just got, love it. It's got a lot of, I've been using a lot of gold, and this one has gold in it too. Not in the paper, but some of the frames and things. But it goes all the way to page 57. So it's just a beautiful set. And it has these wonderful frames that you've seen me use these before. These frames and all these dies are terrific. So I think it's a must-have set for sure. The paper is just gorgeous. I don't think I could use it probably forever and not get tired of it. It's so pretty. Now, that is our first card. We're going to do our second card. I'm going to move this away. And we're going to move to the Kintsugi. So the Kintsugi is on page 58, and it goes all the way to 60, 20. This is the 2025 catalog. So what is Kintsugi? Kintsugi. I certainly didn't know. And actually, when I saw this catalog, this brand new catalog, and I saw this suite, I thought, oh my goodness, I am never, ever going to buy that or use that. And now it is my favorite. I did buy it eventually. I didn't buy it right away. But the paper is the specialty paper. It has lots of gold in it. It is simply beautiful. And it is one of the most fun things to create with. It says, what is Kintsugi? Kintsugi is a traditional Japanese technique of repairing broken pottery with gold lacquer. The mended gold veins become a celebration of imperfection instead of hiding it. We love that philosophy. Isn't that neat? So the gold veins are a celebration of the imperfection. So it is really quite a beautiful set. The bundle is $42.25 for the bundle. These gold flower accents are spectacular. They're flat, very flat, and very sparkly. I'll get those out and show you. Let me see. Here's the paper. Oh, the paper is 12 by 12, and you get one whole sheet, one big sheet that looks like this. And all these vases can be die-cut bowls and vases. I'm going to pull these up. All of my measurements will be at the end of the video under more. So one whole page is like that, and that blue is on, the cloud cover blue is on the other side. Now, here they are just spectacular looking. I cut this down to from 12 by 12 to 6 by 6 to show you. And this is the paper. This is my favorite one right here. So look at all that gold veining in there. There's that side. And that's the reverse. Then we have the neutral side. And then this is the Kintsugi side. Here's the Kintsugi side with basic beige. And the other side is Misty Moonlight. I tried to wear a Misty Moonlight shirt today. I didn't do real well. It's not real close. And then we have this one that's just petal pink. And then this one that has the Kintsugi gold in it. So beautiful, beautiful paper. I have enjoyed this so much. Again, the cards that I made over the weekend, plus another one, and the one I'm going to show you in a minute, this is what I made. So, very fun to die cut these things and stamp, and I'm going to show you how we do this. And we're going to do a bookbinding card now. So, that is that paper. It's 12 by 12, so don't be deceived. And this is what we're going to make. I made these bookbinding cards for a swap. I don't know what I was thinking. It's a little bit labor intensive. But I do feel better. They're all done, and I got them. So they're going out in the mail today because they're due on Saturday. And so anyway, I have some leaders group that's part of my achieving a trip. So like I just went to Orlando next year, Alaska. And so we do a swap with some of the people in there who want to. So anyway, this is one of the cards. Oh, yes. Thank you, Roz. Yes, it's my favorite, too. You've been working with it since yesterday and today. I know. Once you start, it's really an addictive paper for sure. Okay, so on this one, I embossed the gold with the new folder that we have. And it's like that. This one, I left the gold plain just because it was easier for doing, 20-some swaps. Anyway, so that's the card. Do you like, Do you like the Misty Moonlight cup or the Petal Pink cup? And then these are the gems, and they are called, what are they called? Flower accents. And you get, I've used a lot of them. I used one whole package. You ready? You get 70 on a sheet. They're very flat and very sparkly. They're just pretty as can be. That's what we're going to use for the decoration. So, oh, and also, I did not make anything yet, but I have a card I want to make with these tiny, tiny veins. Let me show you these. These little skinny veins. That's one of the dies that's in this set, like this. And I did put some adhesive on there, so it made it into a sticker, so I can just pull those off. But I have an idea, but I haven't had a chance to make this, so I'm going to. But it'll be a little bit time consuming. I didn't want to do it for a swap because it's way too much, too many die cut pieces. But I wanted to show you those. So now let me show you the stamp and the everything. We're going to be using Misty Moonlight. So this is the stamp, Inspiring Perfections, and this is the die, and it's got the teacup or a bowl, teacup, Japanese vase, the little pieces. These are some orchids, and this really nice label that's like a torn label. Let's see, where did I think I used it on a couple. I used it on a couple of my cards. So, well, I used it on all 3 cards actually. This one. That's that torn label, and that one. So, okay. So, it's a beautiful set. Thanks. You inspire me. There's beauty in your history. I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. That's a great sentiment, isn't it? I'm here for you. Very, very pretty. We're going to do the thank you one. This is the brand new embossing folder that's in the catalog. I love it. It's called Join Together. It's a 3D, and it is great. Both sides of it, the embossed and the debossed side, really nice. So, okay, and we're going to be using a gold ribbon. This is a new ribbon, gold striped. It ties beautifully, so we're going to be using that. And some Misty Moonlight. We've got a lot of things here, so I'm going to get my ink out. Get our card and our pieces. So I've got a Misty Moonlight, and it's 4 1/4 by 11. I already scored it at 5 1/2. So now I need to score it one more time at 4 1/4. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, put it at 4 1/4, and make sure I use my scoring blade rather than my. If I'm doing lots of them, I get my scoreboard out. Now I can flip it like that, but if it's just one, I just use my paper trimmer. Okay, let's see if I can get this back in its spot, maybe. Okay, let's get this creased really well. That's important to keep it really well creased, and we're going to bring in our adhesive. Again, I'm using my so you could use Tear Tape or Seal Plus, anything that's really strong, because it is going to get some movement. People are going to open it and close it, and that Seal Plus is really a strong one for sure. Okay, let's see if I'm in the camera. And okay, let me see what the comments are saying. Thank you for sharing, Pam. I appreciate that. Let's just put our inside in there and get that out of the way. Our inside is going to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I already have it on an adhesive paper because I was doing that for a swap, and I had an extra one. So there we go. Pull that off, 3 3/4. I usually make my inside a little bit smaller. And then we have our bindings. So I have one of each. I have the one that I embossed. You can see that beautiful gold embossing. Do you want me to use the embossed one or the plain one? Which one do you want me to use? You tell me that. 1 inch, so the embossed piece or the plain one, okay? And let's see, I've got a piece of, got a bunch of things here. So I have my embossing folder. And where's my little paper? This is 4 inches by 4 inches. It's so pretty. Both sides, this is the embossed, and this part, it goes down. On the debossed part, the veins are sticking up. You could actually die cut those veins, I think. But anyway, we're going to add it to this. And so it's 4 by 4. And remember, you're voting. Do you want me to do the embossed piece or the plain piece? I'm going to use this. Just a little bit of, sometimes when you're using embossing paper, it's better to use your green glue, or go slowly because you don't want to tear it. So it doesn't make any difference which way they're all, doesn't make a bit of difference. It's sort of but it's a great folder for sure. It's called Join Together. Now, let's see what you're saying for the, Roz, you said the embossed. Nancy, hey, Nancy, good to see you this morning. Kathy said embossed. Nancy said embossed. Oh, you're watching from Missouri, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, we're going to use the embossed piece, so that's the one, the other piece, okay? So we're going to add this piece right here. This time we're just going to put one piece. This is 1 inch. The other one, I had a little tiny border. This one's a little bit more of a stepped up card. And, but using the gold and everything else. So, I think it's actually, this one it's 4 inches. I told you 4 1/4, but maybe the other one was, but this one was just plain 4 inches. So there's the basis of our card so far, the book binding, very fun. And now we've got our designer paper. And oh my goodness, I just love this paper. It is 3 inches by 3 inches. I really didn't want to use too much paper because I wanted to, because I was using this for a swap. Do you see how I actually tried to get on a lot of them to get this piece in there with the 4 by 4, but it's not throughout the whole thing, but I do like it a lot. And that shows on this one. This one it shows on, but the other one it does not. But we're gonna just do it the way I've cut it because that's what I've done. 3 by 3, and we've got some gold here. We've got lots of gold. And 3 1/4, this is going to be just a little bit bigger, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Everything is square, like I said in the other one. This is going to go on there like that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just punch out the center because no one's going to see that. And then I can use this gold. This gold is a specialty paper. You get 2 sheets for $5, and it's not terribly expensive. I buy a lot of it, but I do like to, I like to die cut the centers or punch. So this is what I'm going to do. That way I can get sort of a little bit more out of my gold. Now I'm going to adhere this down. And just like this. Now we have, so now I can decide now, do I want to, next thing you have to help me with is I've already die cut I've cut some cups, some bowls. These are the different bowls. So I have the Misty Moonlight or the Petal Pink. Which do you want me to use? Petal Pink or Misty Moonlight? Which one of those? And let's see, I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it like, I don't want to cover up the pink, so I'm going to turn it like that. And I'm going to cover this up with the sentiment. That one's sort of big, and so that's my thinking on that. Oop, I used the wrong adhesive. I used my Seal Plus. That's okay. But we're going to center this just like that. And isn't that pretty so far? Now we're going to do some stamping, and we're going to do our cups, our bowls. Do you want the Misty or the pink bowl? Which one do you want me to do? In the meantime, while you're deciding, I'm going to tie my ribbon around, and we're going to do some stamping too. So we're going to, you're voting. Do you want me to do the Misty Moonlight bowl or the pink? And then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife, cut a slit in the top so I can put some flowers in. Now I'm just going to tie a little knot right here, nice and tight, hopefully. I feel like I'm sort of all fingers on this. There we go. And things are jumping all over. Oh, one scissors fell on the floor. There we go. And there we have the ribbon on that embossed piece. Let's see what you're saying for the, Misty Moonlight. Everyone's saying Misty Moonlight. Everyone, we're going to use Misty Moonlight. Okay. We're going to put the, okay, I'm going to get the flower. We're going to get my little X-Acto knife here. I don't know. I'll do both of these because, and I don't, you know, usually when you're using an X-Acto knife, you can use the glass mat. I certainly could do that. I just don't like to dull my blade. This is really a piercing mat, but it's a pretty firm. I'm sort of using it as a piercing mat, and then I'm using my X-Acto knife because I had to do 20 some of these. So I'm just taking this and slicing it so that the flower, and my reason for this is so that my flowers can come out the top. Now, I'll show you what I mean by that, okay? Let me just put this down, you'll be able to see. I have some flowers here that I die cut from the gold, bunch of things. And I can use these. This is all from it's from this set, the Gallery Blooms. It's from these dies. There's so many. And I just put like 3 dies on the middle of my gold and die cut them that way. So let's see, we could do one that looks like, I'm gonna get my Scotch tape. You could use your Seal Plus, but I just sort of like doing the Scotch tape method. And so what we're gonna do is you can take, I didn't do the orchids on this one, but I did it on several others. There's one, I can do it like that. Before I tape it down too tightly, I wanna make sure it's moved to the right direction. There we have that one. And let's do, we could do a plant. We could do this plant. We're gonna slide it in that hole into that little slit. It would be like that. Be pretty. Or we can take one of these, this looks like a little chrysanthemum, sort of a Chinese, not Chinese, well maybe, well the orchids would be Japanese. This one, I think I'm gonna push it down a little bit so it's not too terribly tall. Well, maybe about like that. And I'm gonna tape it. I'll save my other little gold pieces. So I've got 2 of these, so now we're gonna decide in a minute. But I'm gonna move these out of the way. We're gonna do some stamping. If I can, hopefully I can find my white circle. Yep, there it is. All organized. Sometimes I'm very organized, but then I still can't find things because I'm overly organized sometimes. Okay. Now we're going to let's do this first. Let's do our stamping, the thank you part, and actually I'll get 2 of these out just in case, you never know. And then we've got our blue, our misty part right there, and we're going to get our ink pad. Get this out of the way. And we're going to use the thanks for helping me through difficult times. I don't think this Thing of Beauty one fits on my circle. No, that doesn't fit. We're going to do this one. We're going to stick with the thanks, and I'm going to get my piercing mat out and just do that. I'm just going to do 2 of these because then I can do one on that with that pink cup also. And so we'll just take one of those and save the other one. And then on the inside, I'm going to, let's see once. What are we going to put on the inside? What do I have here? I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. No, I don't want to use that one. I think we'll use, I think we're going to stamp the, I think we'll stamp the vase, the tall vase on the inside. We won't even say anything. We'll just stamp it right there like that. It's beautiful. And probably a little overkill. Probably the bowl would have been better in retrospect, but, and there's also a nice chrysanthemum, but that way we can just have a little bit of room to write. I'm going to put a little bit of, we need something underneath there. I'm going to actually take my blender. You could color this in with, you know, with a blender pen like this, with the flowers and the leaves. And just take, you can take your Wink of Stella or your blender pen. This just picks up a little bit of the color. This is just a clear, I think it's sort of glycerin, but I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm just going to slide it across the bottom so it looks like it's sitting on something, like it creates a shadow, like that. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And we are doing great with our time here. Let's see, now we're going to put this together with some my adhesive. This is one of those radiating stitches, I think from the Spotlight on Nature. I think that's the name of the die. Okay, we're gonna pop that up here in the corner. See, there was so much white. I wanted to use, you know, cover up some of that white. So now we're going to use some dimensionals on that, and oops, there we go. That should work. My putty is coming out the top. I had just turned it, and it really was spouting. I'm going to take your pick tool. Okay, we're going to line this up like this. Okay, and now we're going to put our little bowl. We're going to either use this one. We probably should have turned it so because now we probably should have used the pink. The pink would have probably been a little bit better. So this would have been the pink one, but that's okay. I think we'll use this one because that one has a little bit more, breaks up the design, whereas this one is too similar, so I'll save that one. So good thing I did 2 of them. We'll just use this one. And I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive straight to this. And I'm going to use my Seal Plus. I'm going to just put a little bit of seal up there. This is the nice thing that you can just fold it over. It's not stringy or anything. Just fold that over a little, and we're going to tuck it under there. We're going to sort of put it on the bottom so it's sort of resting on that gold platform. It's okay if it goes over the edge a little bit, and there we have that. Now we need some of our gems. Let's see what's here. Gems, gems, gems. Again, here they are. They're called flower accents, and we're going to put some, let's see once, where are we going to put these? I'm going to put, my putty is just oozing. I'm going to put one up here, and we need 2 more. Let's see ones. Where should we put the other ones? Let me see. We could put 1 more right there at the bottom, and then we'll put a big one right on that bowl like that. And there we have it. That is our card. And let's see what, I'll bring in the other ones that we did, that I made. Again, that embossing folder is joined together. So how do you feel about the Kintsugi method of imperfection? Sort of honoring that imperfection by adding a little bit of gold. So these are the cards. Really, I just think they're very fun. It is a wonderful suite, one that I never in my life thought I was going to use, and it's become my favorite. I can't encourage you enough to try it because it is a fun one. If you are interested in my, let's see, I will probably be doing a whole class on the Kintsugi because it's so much fun. Let's just pull this up a little bit. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks, Roz. Okay, if you have enjoyed my videos, I really appreciate thumbs up. I appreciate you sharing and commenting. I always love reading your comments at night. So there we have it. And let's see, once we did the other card, that was like this with the gallery blooms. So I should have brought over the cards that we're making for this Thursday class, but they're all beautiful. They're very fun and different. Some have flowers, some have scenes like this. Where is the other one? Oh, this is another one of the cards for Thursday's class. So if you want that kit, let me know. It is $38, and you can either pick it up or I can ship it to you. But make 5 cards. So let's turn the camera back. And there we go. And that is it for today. Don't forget, if you have ever thought about saving money, getting a discount, this is the week to join Stampin' Up. It's always a great opportunity, always a great deal, but it's really special the month of June because they've added more money. They've more products. You get to choose $165 worth of products for $99. And this would be some fun things, like I showed today. These would be some fun things to save money on. Also, next week, it'll be June. I'll be coming back to you to see you on next Tuesday. Oh, I forgot something. Tomorrow is let me see what. There is going to be a virtual album, scrapbooking album. It's a retreat. It's online. It's virtual. It is July 16th through the 18th. You do it. It's from 2 o'clock until 10:30 at night Mountain Time. It's also recorded, so you can watch it at your own time. It's expensive, but it includes everything to make an entire album in 3 days. I've seen the previews online, video online, and it really looks amazing. And the sign up for that is tomorrow. And by signing up or by purchasing the virtual album kit, you make 12 2-page layouts. And by purchasing the kit tomorrow or the next day, you get to be part of the class and all the directions. Everything is pre-cut for you, every piece of paper. So that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that. It is while supplies last. I don't know how many they have forecasted. I don't know how fast it'll sell out, but I am excited about it. And that sign up is for everyone tomorrow. There's no pre-order. So everyone gets to sign up tomorrow for that if they want, if they're interested. It's called the Virtual Album Retreat. This is the first time Stampin' Up has done a scrapbooking retreat. They've done a really good job with their virtual events. I've enjoyed them. We have another one coming up at the end of June. It's called creativity now. It's only for demonstrator, but it's really well done. They've done a great job. A lot of good things came out of COVID, and some of those things, it's like learning how to do videos and do things virtually. So anyway, that is it. And thank you for watching today. Thanks for the thumbs up, the hearts, the comments, all of that, for sharing. Appreciate that. And I will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, same time. Have a good day. Hope you have a great day crafting if you have a chance. Bye.